Hello, my dear IPMAT INDORE aspirants. Welcome to IPMAT 2024 analysis from Abhyaas Edu. This is your Naresh. I'm happy to kind of present to you the analysis of exam that just happened. This is a first cut analysis based on the memory of our students, Abhyaas students who have taken the exam. And we'll definitely revise and kind of give more information. We'll provide solutions as and when we have more details of the paper coming out. But we thought, I'm sure most of you are anxious about how your performance was, what could be the cutoffs compared to the last few years, etc. And at Abhyaas, we always try to compare the current year's paper with the last 2 years so that you get a better understanding of the paper than a random, only the benchmarking with the current exam. So with that, let's kind of take you through next this thing. Let's talk about all the three sections in detail. And let's kind of compare the current 2024 IPMAT INDORE exam with the last couple of years so that we understand what changed. Accordingly, we can get a better measure of cutoff, right? For example, quantity aptitude SAQ questions. I'm sure most of you were thrilled to see this kind of paper this year. SAQ this year was definitely easier than the last 2 years. In 22 and 23, the difficulty level we have rated as hard. This time it is easy. The big difference being, generally what students, IPMAT aspirants expect to see in SAQ questions is they expect to see a lot more higher maths kind of questions. But in the context of this year's exam, what happened was there are some aptitude kind of questions, quantitative aptitude kind of questions that also appeared in SAQ that made this section easier than usual. And hence the number of good attempts we believe definitely has gone up. Last couple of years it was ranging in single digit, but this time definitely it will be in the 10 to 12 good attempts are must for you to kind of qualify this particular section. I think overall cutoff we believe this year could be increased as compared to last 2 years by 10 to 12 marks for sure. The 36 is the cutoff that we are expecting for this year. Let me kind of take you through the next section. Quantitative aptitude multiple choice questions, and whatever benefit the students found in the earlier section, in SAQ section, I'm sure they kind of found the same thing being robbed from them in the MCQ questions. What students have kind of said is they found more higher mathematics kind of questions in the MCQ section as compared to the earlier years, which might, I believe still, I think sometimes what happens is because we have been seeing students every year, students generally have a penchant to kind of overestimate the difficulty, but still we believe even this year we rate 24 paper because last 2 years also we kind of rated it as hard. This year also we are rating it as hard, but definitely a little bit of as compared to last couple of years, the cutoff and the number of good attempts would be coming down by 1 or 2. I think this time a 12 plus 13 plus would be good attempts in this section and the cutoff could be around 38 plus. That's only because higher maths kind of questions were higher in MCQs this time as compared to earlier years. Now, without much ado, let me actually take you through the last section of IPMAT INDORE 2024. Verbal ability. This section was very much like the last few years. In fact, we also rated this as an easier section. The only difference being this time in the closed test kind of pattern, we had more blanks. It was a lengthier closed test. That was the only different things as compared to earlier years. And hence we believe good attempts would be very high, but still a couple of attempts lesser than last year probably. It is 2024 would be somewhere between 22 and 23 when it comes to verbal. 40 plus is a good attempts and probably the cutoff would be 120 plus. So this is very, very important. Now with this explained section wise, now what I'll do is I'll actually take you to the cutoff for the entire paper. So this is very important. Last few years, you see, we kind of put together first cutoffs for you. If you kind of look at this, what happened is in 22, the cutoff for general category was 175, 23, it was 176, very similar. This year, we believe overall the cutoff would be somewhere 10 to 15 marks higher than the last couple of years, particularly because of the SAQ section of maths where people had aptitude, but let's see how it impacts. On one side, we believe attempts could be higher and because there's no negative marking, so there's a chance of score can be increasing. That's why the 10 to 15 marks increase in the cutoff as compared to last couple of years. EWS category could be 140 plus and OBC category could be 125 plus. And the SC/ST category respectively could be 180 plus. This again, like I said, is the first cut analysis. To give you a bare minimum understanding, we are going with a conservative estimate. The cutoffs could be a little lower than this, but don't really, this is to give you an immediate understanding of what it could be. As IPMAT INDORE kind of reveals the key, gives out the paper, we're going to have a lot more detailed solutions. We'll have detailed video solutions given to you on each and every question from Abhyaas Edu. So with this, I want to kind of take your leave, signing off, your Naresh sir.